Hey loves, Merryliving here again. Trust you all are having an amazing time. Yeah? So if you've just bumped into me for the first time, please do not make it your last, okay? Consider subscribing. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for your love and for your support. I do not take that for granted, okay? So guys, today we'll be talking about how I planned my wedding and had the same wedding under 3 months. So between planning and having the wedding took 3 months. And you know what? I did not have an event planner at all. So put a respect on my name. So that's what we're going to be discussing about. So without further ado, let us jump right into this. So guys, for those of you that are not aware, I was engaged on the 10th of August and got married on the 10th of December. Now, before you say anything, it wasn't planned. Honestly, I actually just realized, yesterday while I was getting my script ready for this vlog, I just realized that, oh my gosh, everything was 10-10. Do you understand? A month after my engagement, okay, if you've not seen my engagement video, I will leave the link in the description, okay? So just make sure you watch that. So a month after my engagement, right, my husband happened to travel to the east. As you may or may not know, we're based in Abuja, okay? So he traveled to the east for his cousin's wedding, and then he called me from there to say that, okay, you know what, since I'm in the east, I can as well just pop into Port Harcourt, and I would love to see your parents. I'm like, what? Are you serious? He was like, yeah, why the wait? There's no need for us to stall over it, so, we can as well just get it over and done with. And I was like, oh, cool. All right, so just let me know if you have made up your mind on when you want to see my parents, and I will get them ready, okay? So, we agreed, on Saturday, after his cousin's wedding, he went to Port Harcourt, and then I already alerted my parents about, my fiance is coming to see you with his family. So for context's sake, myself and my husband grew up in Port Harcourt, okay? We were born and bred in Port Harcourt, and our families are Port Harcourt based, okay? So it only made sense that, he was going to get his family or his parents and, take them to my place for the introduction. Now, this is actually Ikwaka, aka introduction. I wasn't there because I was in Abuja working, okay? I was in Abuja, and there was actually no need for me to be there, right? So that was what happened. He went and saw my family, and everybody was happy. After the whole introduction, my mom called and put it on loudspeaker. I was like, is that the person you want to marry? Are you sure? I'm like, yes, I am sure. So yes, that was, everything was now set in motion. So after he came back, I was like, guy, shit is getting real. Like, this whole thing is actually getting real. It means we need to plan. When are you seeing us getting married? Are you seeing us getting married January of 2023 or February of 2023? He was like, no, December. I was like, that's so close. He was like, yeah, let's just circle our minds around December for now. And I was like, okay, no problem. So let's keep December the month for our wedding. Then we started thinking of the planning, everything it will entail. So the first thing I did was to get a diary, okay? If you know this diary, if you've been on this channel, you know that I got this diary last year. I didn't get it because of my wedding, okay? It just happened to be what I was using, and then, everything just turned into the wedding diary. More than half of what is here is wedding related, okay? So I got a diary, that's number one. And then I browsed what I want, the things that I need for my wedding. My friend was actually around by the time. She was around. So I said, okay, you know what? I can as well just write down everything. She's married, by the way, this my friend. She's married. So she helped me, with everything that I need to focus on for the wedding to be a success, okay? From hall to decor to makeup to dresses. So, you know what? I just went ahead and listed down everything. Right now, after listing everything, there is this my auntie Chinwe. Oh my gosh, she's such a lifesaver. So I called her to tell her about everything that's been going so far, from the engagement to the Ikwaka in Igbo, aka introduction. Okay, so after I told her, she now decided to follow up like on her own. She was there for me. She's one of the powerhouse. Okay, when I'm saying powerhouse, she's one of the powerhouse of my wedding. Like, she's the person that was doing all the run around, 80% of the run around, because she's mobile. I trust her a lot. I trust her judgment a lot. So I had her, I had my twin sister, I had my friend Praise, I had so those are the people that were actually there full force for me. Do you understand? So now when I told her about everything, she was so excited for me, and then she was like, okay, you know what, let's start with where do you want to use for your wedding? Where do you think is okay? What is your budget for your hall? So when I told her what my budget was, she swung into full action. She got me the hall. By the way, we use the hotel hall. So she got the hall for me at a way subsidized price. Guys, you would not even imagine. At a way subsidized price. So she got me that arrangement, and then she got her event decor for me. So I finally ended up not using the event decor because I didn't see the event decor was actually on my throat, and the pressure was so much on me. So I decided, you know what, I'm just going to work with what go with what works for me. Then my friend Praise had to link me up to her own event decor. Okay, so I worked with that one. Now, mind you, all this while I've not thought of having an event planner. The thoughts did not even flash. It didn't come anywhere close to my mind, because let's say I want to have an event planner, right? I'm in Abuja. The event planner will be where? In Port Harcourt. So how do I know what is going on? I have no idea, because my office gave me 3 days. 3 days leave for my wedding. 3 days. Yes, guys, 3 days. You heard me right. Now, am I going to use 3 days to go and start running up and down with event planner? Oh, what have you done so far? What have you not done so far? And I don't know any event planner that I can trust. I actually don't. The ones that I know are Abuja based. Okay, so if you want to take an event planner from Abuja down to Port Harcourt, it's going to be costly. It will cost you a lot of money, because you have to pay for their flights to and fro. You have to pay for them moving whatever it is they have to move. You have to pay for them to move their team, because mind you, event planners don't work alone. So it was actually a lot for me. So I decided, you know what, I think I can pull this. I have capable hands, so we can pull this off ourselves. Now I now went into discussing lists and traditional rites with my parents, myself and my husband anyways. So by the time we sat down, discussed about, actually not even in person, most of it was on the phone. By the time we discussed what we need and what we do not need for the traditional rites, myself and my husband already had an agreement about what kind of wedding we wanted. Okay, so that is one basic thing that really helped us have a successful wedding. We already know what we wanted, and we weren't going to move for any reason from what we wanted, because trust me, when you want to do a wedding, especially in an African home, a lot of principalities and powers will flood in. Like, you will definitely see them. Do you understand? So it's better for you to have somebody that you communicate very well with, your partner, and have just be strong-willed. Tell them this is what I want, because after all, if you're not having that event, there'll be no need for them to gather to say whatever, or have whatever they want to have. Now, I had a very funny wedding list, our traditional wedding list. If you're Igbo, you know what I mean. In fact, not just Igbo, every Nigerian tribe, okay, has this wedding list. What your husband is meant to pay, okay, for your, this is not the dowry, this is just the list. Now mine, by the time we started costing everything that was inside our list, the list that was given to my husband, everything was around 4 million, roughly over 4 million. Now that list included a bike. A bike. I don't know for what reason, but yeah, it was actually very, very outrageous. But then again, like I said, myself and my husband already knew what we wanted and weren't going to move for any reason. Okay, so he went into negotiations, got down to the amount that we wanted, and we paid. Now, as the first girl getting married in my father's compound, my parents wanted an elaborate traditional wedding, and I was not ready for it. I did not want an elaborate traditional wedding. I wanted something very simple to the barest minimum, because truth be told, I didn't have a lot of people coming for my wedding. If you know me, you know that I don't have a lot of friends. I have very, very few friends, okay? And my husband is somebody that also does not have a lot of friends. So we have just very small circle of friends. Do you understand? So where is the rest of the people going to come from? They are going to be people that we don't know. Okay, people from my mother's side, people from my father's side, and then uninvited guests. So it was just going to be, I honestly just did not want. I wanted to enjoy my wedding. I wanted it to be as closely knit as possible. I wanted to have people that really know me to be present, and hence I did not want it wasn't going to be loud. Do you understand? In fact, I planned to do it in my father's sitting room. Okay, but guess what? I was thinking, oh, this is what I want, this is what I want, this is what I want, this is what I want. But guys, the morning of my traditional marriage, I was doing my makeup. In fact, I did not want a DJ. I did not want any canopies. I wanted it to be just quiet, cool, calm, collected, just in my father's parlor, right? So while I was doing my makeup, I started hearing testing the microphone, 1 2 1 2. I was like, wait, what's going on here? I told the makeup artist, just hold on a bit. I ran out and I saw canopies, and then I saw the DJ. I saw sound systems. I saw in my mind I was like, so at that point I didn't want to get angry, to be very honest. I didn't want to get irritated. I didn't want anything to spoil my day, or I just didn't want anything to ruin my mood. So I closed my mouth. I just quietly went back in, sat down, did my makeup. My husband and his family arrived, okay? And then, say the wedding started around 10-11 a.m. By 3 p.m. we're done. It was very fast, okay? So yeah, we had the traditional marriage on a Thursday, okay? Then Friday we needed to rest, okay? Needed to cool off, needed to just take our time and arrange, cross all the T's and dot the I's for the white wedding and the white wedding reception. Now you'll be wondering to yourself, what happened to court? Did she not do court wedding? Yes, I did a court wedding. Now, if you're a Catholic, you understand that Catholic churches are affiliated to courts, especially in Nigeria, okay? Our Nigerian judiciary system recognizes the wedding from a Catholic church. There are other churches as well, okay? So if I had wanted to just, go ahead to do a court wedding, it's just because I actually wanted to do it for sure. But aside that, the certificate that the Catholic Church issues you bears the federal government of Nigeria, okay? Yeah, so there was actually no need for that. I actually even bought my material for the court wedding, started even planning towards that until I was told, and I was like, you know what, there was no need for that, so I scrapped that off as well. Now, another person that really helped me with a lot, my sister-in-law, both of them really helped me because they know what it entails. So what they did, they were always following up with us. Now, this is what I mean by having solid people around you. If you can afford an event planner, by all means do that, okay? But even if you can afford an event planner and you don't feel the need for it, trust me, it's doable. You can pull off a wedding without an event planner. So that is what happened for me. And guys, to my greatest surprise, everything went smoothly. Okay, like everything was smooth. From the wedding to the reception, everything was smooth. I had a little, 1 or 2 hiccups here and there. But guys, the funny part of this whole thing is that my reception dress and my traditional marriage dress, the first and second outfit and the reception dress, I was not even there. Do you know how it was made? I, got myself measured up from a friend that sews. She took my measurements and I sent it to my auntie in Port Harcourt. So she was the one that linked me up with the designer. And, just one time fitting, and that was all. That was all I needed. So now when you want to have a very, well-planned wedding without an event planner, make sure you're sure of the people that you bring together as vendors, okay? Number one. And also make sure that you're on the same page with your husband. Not when your husband is saying A, you're saying amen, or your husband is saying B, you're saying Z. You both need to have one voice, because trust me, a lot of things will come to play at your wedding. A lot of people will bring their hands, a lot of people will want to twat. Some people will want to say, oh, you have to bring this, you have to do this, you have to do this. At the end of the day, it's just yourself and your partner, okay? Make sure you do what makes you happy, okay? If there are unnecessary things that you feel that you don't need in your wedding, don't be pressured into doing them, because at the end of the day, the wedding ceremony is actually just a one-day thing. And I know that, now, do not get me wrong, disclaimer, I'm not saying that you should have a tacky wedding. Okay, you can actually have a minimalist wedding, but it still looks very classy. Okay, I'm only saying that you should know that wedding is not even the marriage proper. Okay, and for you to run your home, your marriage, you need money. So you can actually even cut down on a lot of things that are really not necessary for your wedding, to help you plan for the future. Do you understand? Yes. So have very solid people around you. If you're somebody that is saying, oh, I don't have friends, I don't want friends, no man is an island. When you have these important events, you will know that friends are very important. Okay, I had my friend that is, Benny, she's my maid of honor. She came into Port Harcourt from Lagos that day, and she was following me around. She did not rest, not even a single day of rest. She kept following me around for my fitting, to everything I had to do that day, right down to making my nails, down to everything, every single thing I had to do that day. She was there. Okay, then I had my other friend Praise, with she was battling with the events, the whole decor. She was there on standby till very late in the night. So you see, now I did not pay them for anything. I honestly did not pay, the things that they did for me from the abundance of their own, the kindness of their hearts. Do you understand? So you need to have people that are willing, trustworthy people, trustworthy people that you trust enough to want them to handle one or two areas of your event, and then just just do the division of labor among them, and you're good to go. So yes, guys, that is how I was able to plan and carry out my wedding under 3 months. Okay, so if you have any questions for me, please do let me know in the comment section, and thank you for watching. Okay, do not forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and have yourself a blessed day. Bye. Style is so fly, I can't deny. I got a crush on you, and that's true, and I'm digging you. Make me